For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Abba. On Monday, D.L. Hughley took to his radio show to once again address Monique, after she had a few choice words for Hughley and his family that weekend. The Friday before, Monique would share an old interview clip of Hughley on Sway in the Morning. Now, in the brief excerpt, Hughley would express his regret that he didn't believe his daughter when she told him that she had been sexually abused. In her caption, Monique would write, "When I said, how can DL's wife suck the D of a coward, this is what I meant. When my husband and I say we have to fight for the little girls coming up behind us, and you see DL didn't believe his own daughter over a friend because he seemingly likes his friend more than he loves his own daughter and didn't want to be bothered by the inconvenient truth. This highlights why the black woman isn't believed when she publicly speaks about her trauma. What does the black woman and DL's black wife have coming? Watch who stands with this man, and you're looking at the same ones who will sit down when you see our sisters are being attacked." I find it funny that DL will call out Ice Cube, Kanye, RZA, Islam, Angela Stanton, myself, etc., but he won't call out the name of the person that violated this daughter. This is what happens for the people who said, "I just need to let things go." Finally, Hughley has now responded to Monique's claims of him not protecting his own family. In a clip that can now be found on Hughley's own Instagram page, he denied that a man touched his daughter, but would clarify that both parties were 13 at the time. They were friends who had grown up together. Hughley's daughter would tell him about the incident years later, to which he replied, "That's what kids do." On Monday's show, Hughley would reiterate that he regrets how he handled that situation. Dio will refer to Monique as a monster for bringing up sexual trauma in a situation that has nothing to do with the original issue.
How I let a man touch my child, which nothing could be further from the truth. They were both 13 years old. They were friends that had grown up together. And this is something I lament to this day. Denied that I said, well, that's what kids do. And I will never forgive myself for not, A, believing her, and B, handling it the way I did. But for Monique, A, to put a man in that room, which never happened, and B, to bring up sexual trauma in an argument that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, is unconscionable. My daughter Tyler addressed it, my daughter Ryan addressed it with her in a letter. And the thing that I was most proud about in the letter is not only that she held her head high, because she's supposed to. The other thing is she said there are legitimate things you could have gone after my father about, because my children know exactly who I am. They know that I'm not perfect. They know that I'm flawed. And none of them would have a problem with you assailing things that are really true. But you and your husband putting a man in my daughter's room, and that is not what I said, and weaponizing it and using in a trite argument shows exactly how low you are. You are a monster. You literally are. Who says they love women and are there for women and protect the babies and would trot out someone's sexual trauma just to use in an argument? My family. You don't get to do that. I don't know if you ever had a man who loved you as much as I love my children. I don't know if you've ever had anybody who's standing in your stead, because the man next to you damn sure ain't doing it. All he's doing is wrecking what's left of the rubble of a career that you're pretending to build, trying to build back. Leave my children alone. You're a horrible woman. You love women like Ike loves Tina. This woman over here, you know one thing for sure. I love you. And I'd never let it. And I'm your daddy for real. And you don't have to pay me for it. Maybe one day you will get to be as small as you often act.
Hughley's caption will go on to read, "Leave my children alone, stay with me, and we're fine." Several of the comments under Monique's own post would agree with Hughley, and they didn't appreciate the fact that she brought up Hughley's family into the matter, making things even more personal. One user said, "Leave the man's kids and wife out of it, you taking it too far." Another commented, "Re-traumatizing this man's daughter to prove a point is a really low blow. Wow, you say you love us and want to protect us. How is this helpful to his daughter, who is also a black woman?" After the drawn-out dispute between the two, Hughley's oldest daughter, Nicole Shepard, decided she had enough and spoke up on the issue, accused Monique of bringing two black women into a conversation that had nothing to do with them and tearing them down in the process. "Hi Monique, I'm Nicole Shepard, D.L. Hughley, and LaDonna Hughley's eldest daughter. Out of all the things you could have legitimately said about my dad, you chose to be deliberately mean and hurtful to two black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show people my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, morality, and respect you have not only for yourself, but other black women. You're disgusting, and you absolutely need to keep every single member of my family's name out of your poisonous mouth, because you are adding to the historical and systemic disrespect and trauma of other black women who you claim to love. And for what? A check? You're bringing up trauma for a concert lineup discrepancy? All you've done is proven that you have no moral compass. We Hughleys are going to have a good-ass day and a blessed life. We are healed. We are whole, and we love each other fearlessly and deeply. You can continue to live in that scorched earth kingdom of yours. In the end, Shepard would invite Monique to meet and even offered her own address. As a response, Monique would accept the invitation for herself and her husband Sydney to come on Hughley's show, even though Shepard never mentioned that conversation should take place on her father's radio show. On his radio show, Hughley would state that Monique will never be invited to a show and speak with him or his family. So what do you guys think about the latest news surrounding DL and Monique? Was Monique wrong for bringing up Hughley's daughter into the situation? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. And to stay up to date for the latest news in comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media. For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Abba.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pierre. That's right. I'm in Hollywood doing my first ever with Comedy Hype, their first ever micro comedy special this Saturday night, June 11th. If you're in LA or in Hollywood, come through and see your boy do his thing, man. But you got to do RSVP. You got to hit up la@comedyhype.com to get your tickets. You want to get your tickets, right? You want to see me, you want to see your boy up there flipping flashy. That's how we doing it, all right, y'all? The first ever Comedy Hype comedy show. It's a micro comedy special. Stand up. If you're in LA, come on through. Hit up la@comedyhype.com and get some tickets. Come see your boy this Saturday, June 11th. I'm in the place. 2 shows, 8 and 10 p.m. I'll let your boy out.